Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my full moon reading for the 29th and 30th of April. On the 29th and 30th of April, it depends where you are, we are going to have a full moon in Scorpio. Oh my god, we are actually going to have a full moon in Scorpio. Please do trust me, this is going to be a big one. This is going to be a huge one. This is going to be absolutely massive because it is going to affect every single one of us. Scorpio is just so powerful. Scorpio is so deep. Scorpio is so amazing. Scorpio is so intuitive, and what this amazing energy is going to do to us, it's going to just kind of make us focus and make us dig deep, make us dig deep and make us focus, and finally it's going to make us to kind of do things that we didn't want to do in a really long time, to sort out things we didn't want to sort out in a really long time, the things that have been stagnant, things with no movement. This is all going to have an impact. Things that are making us unhappy in our life, but we just don't have like a kind of power, strength, confidence or courage to do. Scorpio is just going to make us not to just overlook our situation. Scorpio is going to make us dig very deep indeed. And it's not only about that, it's about the fact that Scorpio is ridiculously intuitive, ridiculously powerful. There are all sorts of messages that we are going to have it around this time, and it's going to be amazing. And I keep on saying, it is not only the actual full moon on the full moon. It is ridiculously important for me to say, it's ridiculously important for me to stress that it's 3 days before on the actual full moon and 3 days later. So it's like 6 in total, 6 days of the full moon power, which is going to be in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Scorpio, which is ruled by both Mars and Pluto, is going to have an amazing impact on us. And also, what else I was going to say, because Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, we are literally going to feel like we're on Mars. We are literally going to feel like we are on Mars, seriously, because this is going to be slightly different dimension. Just imagine this amazing full moon in Scorpio. Imagine this sensitivity. Imagine this deepness. Imagine this power. And it's all going to be like a stepping from one dimension to another dimension. Seriously, like imagine amazing doors. And these particular doors that we are going to go through as soon as this full moon happens, full moon in Scorpio, it is going to be a completely different dimension, and it's going to feel like that. It's going to feel like a dream. It's going to feel like a part of a different dimension. It's almost like the energy of the 31st of October. The 31st of October energy is really powerful. It's really amazing. It's really particular because the actual veiling between the spirit world and this world is at its thinnest, and it happens on the 31st of October every single year. And this is what's going to happen now when it's the actual 29th and the 30th of April, or like 3 days before on the day and 3 days later at around this time. This energy is going to be really significant. It is going to be really enhanced, so which is going to make us like we are part of the different dimension, which we are literally going to be part of the different dimension, which means the bottom line here is that we are going to be given a chance to actually find out a certain answers to our questions, to particularly about this direction in life that we are going to. Are we on the right track? Are we on the right journey? About the future planning, the sensitivity and emotions are going to be very enhanced. And also on another hand, we will have the need, we will feel the need to reconnect with people in our life. We will feel the need to reconnect with the people who means to us the most. We will want to see friends and family, perhaps if you haven't seen in a really long time. It is just this emotional time when you will really want to reconnect with people who means to you the most. It It is a very powerful and beautiful sensitivity, sensitive and beautiful energy, which is just going to make us to navigate through to make us navigate through intensity, which is on another hand going to bring us a really important realization. It's not only about a different dimension. It's not only about feeling a different power, a different dimension. It's not only about that, but it's about the fact that the bottom line is that out of all this, after all these signs, omens, new energy, there is something really wonderful going to come out of this. And this is what I say, that we are going to be given the opportunity, we are going to be given literally a chance to actually kind of find out certain things about us, about our life and about our future, and certain answers that we wouldn't normally get, certain answers that we wouldn't normally find out. These are special little omens, special little signs that are actually going to be about in these few days at around the full moon. And when it comes to the actual Scorpio, this is going to be absolutely amazing. And also on the other hand, it's going to make us feel like of course, very mysterious, very deep. This energy is going to be very mysterious, very deep. It's going to make us do strange things. It's going to make us do unusual things, and we're going to feel our own spirituality even more. And you will want to like also, it is going to have an impact not only like the way you feel, but you will want to like change things around you. We will want to change things in our house, but the way we will change things in our house, the way we will do this, and the way we will do this on the actual full moon of Scorpio, it's going to be different. It's going to be some unusual. You're going to be drawn. We're going to be drawn to unusual things, perhaps a little unusual object. Perhaps you will want like to put up an unusual picture. Perhaps you will want to do something unusual. Maybe you will want to like even smudge the home, clean it out of, get rid of the negative energies and things like that. It is just very deep feeling that we are going to have, and it's a very deep spirituality that we are going to feel as well. And what I said when it comes to the actual signs, when it comes to the actual omens, but this is just so important, and this is so personal, and this is so powerful. When it comes to signs and omens, we are all on the different spiritual journey. Every single one of us has got a different spiritual journey indeed. It all depends. Some of us are all spirits, all souls that lived many lives, and some of us are just a new baby spirits. It all depends on our past lives. It depends on our personal spiritual journey. It all depends on our spirit journey. How far our spiritual journey has gone. How far our spiritual journey has developed. And this is what it makes us, whether we are older souls, whether we are older spirits or younger spirits, it doesn't matter. This is going to be absolutely an amazing effect that this new moon is going to have on us. And especially the things that have been making us very unsatisfied, especially things that have made us lately feeling like we're in a little prison, like we can't really relax, we can't really be ourselves and things like that. We're just going to dig deep down and see what is the underlying problem, what is the underlying solution, and what is the underlying cause to all these feelings as well, which is really, really interesting. But also on another hand, it is the control over a situation. Also, when we are going to like a slightly different dimension, probably, do you know what, to be honest with you, full moon in Scorpio is probably one of the most powerful full moons that there is, because it makes it so intense. It makes everything so super powerful. But on another hand, we become psychic, like super psychic. Like even if you're psychic now, you will be super psychic at around these days, because you become so intuitive. And this is what Scorpio does. This is what Scorpio energy does. Scorpio has got the ability and power to do things while they're just sitting down and they're not even doing anything, and they're able to make people feel in a certain way. And this is what this powerful energy of a Scorpio does. Can you imagine how amazing and how enhanced and how intuitive we're actually going to be on this full moon in Scorpio? This is going to be amazing. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. I personally adore adore this energy. Sometimes it does become a little bit heavy, and sometimes it does become very confusing, because especially when you feel like you're drawn towards a certain problem, you will feel like you're drawn towards a certain problem, towards a certain negativity in your life, and you're not going to be able to kind of ignore it. You're not going to be able to step back from it. You're not going to be able to start to think about something else because this is bringing you down so much. No! Scorpio is there to actually make you pinpoint that particular thing and just get over it for once and deal with it and get rid of it. Get rid of that particular karma. And this is why Scorpio is so amazing, because Scorpio is not just sensitive, intuitive and all that. Scorpios are actually ridiculously powerful signs. And this is the energy that we are going to borrow. And this is why this is so wonderful, because at the end of the day, it is the control over the situation that we are going to have, the strength that we are going to have, and the courage that we are going to have. And this is just amazing. My bottom line, my point is that basically things that you want to do, the next stage in your life, the next journey in your life, the new direction in your life, maybe you just didn't feel like you had enough confidence, self-esteem and things like that. Anything big that you wanted to do, anything big that you wanted to start, any new direction, any new journey, any new door that you wanted to open, any new dimension that you wanted to visit, now this is going to be the time. Now I want you to use this reading, and it's not only about the way we are going to feel and things like that, but to be about productive about something like this and actually do something about it when it comes to your life, and when it comes to what you do now, and when it comes to your future planning, but especially to those things, using things like a self-esteem and confidence and strength and power that you wouldn't normally feel, because there is a certain clarity and focus that you are going to have that you're not normally going to have. And sometimes you will also do what happens as well, that for example, like if you were so scared to go to ask for a certain job, if you were so maybe paranoid to scared to if you didn't have enough confidence to ask about a certain career, a certain job and things like that, what Scorpio does without you even realizing, this energy of the full moon is going to make you very clever, very smart. I'm not saying you're not clever and smart, but I'm saying very clever and very smart in particular situations that you would be really scared about before, with particular situations that you will lose confidence, or you didn't have a confidence. Now, this power is going to make you do things without thinking too much. This is how powerful Scorpio is, because it's going to deep, it's going to dig, it's going to dig deep down in your subconscious mind. This is what Scorpio's job is on the full moon on the 29th and the 30th of April. The Scorpio is going to dig really deep down into your subconscious mind, and it's going to bring the best. That's why I'm saying, just whatever important you have to do, just go for it. And it's the heavy energy, it's an unusual energy, and sometimes it can confuse us a little bit, and Scorpios themselves can get an effect of this energy quite a lot, and everybody else can really feel it. And the energy can sometimes be a little bit confusing, because it can make you feel like it's a little bit heavy, but you just need to learn how to ignore this. This heaviness comes from the very powerful and heavy intuition, very strong intuition, very strong intuition indeed. So you must not get confused. So it's going to teach you on the one hand to ignore the certain negative feelings, but on another hand to just go, and you see exactly where the Scorpio is going to bring, because this is going to be brilliant, because on another hand it's going to make you feel like you want to have a certain action with things that you have that have been like really stagnant, what I mentioned earlier. And also it is going to have a brilliant impact on work. This is for when it comes to work, when it comes to career. If you have a job that you're happy and things like that, this is going to be a brilliant time, because this is going to be the time of recognition. So if you do want to be recognized at around these days, this is going to be amazing, because at around these days, remember it's 6 days, that this is going to be a brilliant time, because it's the certain recognition that you will have, the certain energy that you are going to have, which is going to be absolutely impossible to ignore. And what else I was going to say, material gain. It is a very good time to have a material gain at around this time as well. So if you are waiting for some kind of money, if you're waiting for some kind of situation to improve or anything like that, this is a material gain that is waiting for us, but it comes with a little bit of a trick. You're gonna need to, like, it's very karmically connected. It's not only about materialistic gain, material gain, blah, 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 but this is going to be very karmically important, very karmically connected. Karma, 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 which means that you will come across the situation where you're going to be tested by the universe, by your spirit guides. You will be tested in such a way that you're going to have to help out to someone somehow, and it is going to be like some kind of charitable situation, some kind of charity situation, not necessarily charity, but there is going to be some kind of test that you are going to be under, that we are going to be under, and this is going to be our own personal test. And if we get this test right at around this full moon in Scorpio, we are going to get ourselves gain, which is going to be connected to materialistic things, which is going to be materialistic gain, but it's going to come through some kind of karma that is going to be connected to us doing a good deed, or us helping to someone, whether it's financially, whether it's with something else. But this is why Scorpio is so powerful, Scorpio is so important, and this is all beautifully, beautifully, beautifully connected indeed. And you see what this is going to bring. This full moon in Scorpio is going to bring us the actual power, reflection, the movement, and which is going to make us feel creative without even realize how creative we are. And it's also going to make us focus really well. But it's just the trick here is that you may not feel, we will not feel as focused as such, but as soon as we jump into the water, we will not be swimming, we'll be like diving like everywhere, like exploring everywhere, everything, like there is no tomorrow. It is all about a jump, jump, jump. And the trick is when you don't feel like it, you feel drained, you feel tired, just jump, 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 and that's it. This is what Scorpio is going to do. Scorpio is going to give us this amazing, amazing chance to sort certain things out that haven't changed in our life in a really long time, and also which is going to make us to feel very enlightened about our lives, very enlightened about our future and things like that. There is a certain abandonment, there is a certain area of our life that is going to need to be changed. There's a certain area that's going to need to go, and this is connected to something that was draining our energies, that was making us feel really negative about our lives, where we just couldn't help. Now that particular there's going to be a particular abandonment, particular edit that we're going to need to make in order to focus on certain things in our future. But it's just all about the beautiful stamina and inspiration that we are going to have. And those of you that have lost like a maybe kind of certain direction, like when it comes to work, when it comes to career, and when it comes to finances and things like that, but especially if you lost yourself in your work and you're unhappy, expect something very powerful to be revealed. Expect something very significant to be revealed. But I can't stress enough how important it is. Keep on applying for the jobs, keep on applying, keep on doing things, because this full moon is not only make us feel like we are part of the different dimension, but this full moon is just going to start changing things that haven't changed in a really long time, in our life in a really long time. And we will be able to rest and relax and chill out after this moment, after this point. This is why full moon in Scorpio is just so significant. But it's not only about that, it's just about realizing these energies, recognizing these energies, and making the most of them. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. And you know why? Because it's just going to, not only something really important is going to be revealed about what you do now, what we do now, and this, what's going to be really important, it's also going to be directly connected with our future, directly connected with what we're going to do later on. And it's brilliant because it's just connected to the fact that we're going to be able to relax. And this is brilliant, 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 because it's going to be the step in the new direction. Absolutely fantastic. I just cannot wait for this full moon in Scorpio, because it's just going to be brilliant. As I already mentioned, it's just the energies are amazing. It just reminds me so much on the 31st of October, which is like fantastic day, which is like the veil is as thinnest, you know, in between this world and the spirit world. But it's not only about that. It's just like when it comes to our mind, when it comes to our subconscious mind, we are in touch with with ourselves, and we are getting all sorts of messages, and we are receiving all sorts of messages from our spirit guides, from the spirit and the spirit world, without even realizing. There are going to be so many little signs everywhere, little feathers, little, you know, little animals, little birds, you know. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. But a good one, good one, good one, good one. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.